Most wretched sonnet indeed.
Lord Byron, he's not.
I do not believe so. Good day, Pen.
I did not know you would be here.
Oh, sorry to disappoint. Have you seen Miss Thompson?
She is ill. My mamma had to stay home with her. Papa had to chaperone.
I have been trying to get in front of Miss Thompson all night. Surely she cannot be interested in Lord Rutledge, can she?
I think the only thing Miss Thompson is interested in is a swift rescue indeed.
I believe you're right.
Colin, I did not meet...
Penelope, I did not see you there.
I'm afraid I cannot offer you that dance, Miss Cowper. I am to escort Miss Featherington to the floor.
He's not like the other young men who play games and guard their affections. He is eager.
I shall need to bring you something unexpected. A bushel of tomatoes, perhaps.
Marina hates tomatoes. Perhaps you could bring back a tomato plant for Miss Thompson as a souvenir when you return from your travels this year.
I am uncertain of my travels at the moment, Pen.
But you were so keen to travel.
It is true. But were I to go, there may be things in London I should miss even more than seeing the world. I have asked Miss Marina Thompson to be my wife, and she has accepted.
I believe you deserve to know. Her heart belongs to another.
What?
I have seen their love letters. I felt you should know before it was too late.
You really are very good, you know that. Trust me, Pen. Do not fret. I know my mind and Marina's. We understand each other.
You love him.
What?
No, it makes sense now. Your objections, your meddling. You love Colin Bridgerton.
No, not of what you speak.
I believe I know so much more than you, Pen. Your love is an unrequited fantasy. Colin sees you as you are and regards you no differently than he does Eloise.
I owe you an apology. I did not see it at first, but I know you were only trying to prevent me from heartache with Miss Thompson, and I was a fool.
You are not a fool. You merely believed yourself in love. One should never apologise for that. One finds oneself in such an incredible position and, well, one should declare it. Assuredly, fervently, loudly. Colin, I wish to tell you something.
I have something I wish to tell you as well, Pen. I'm leaving. First thing tomorrow morning, I begin my tour. I'm to start in the Mediterranean. It was actually you who inspired me. What was it you wished to say?
I don't remember.
Should we dance?
No. Good luck on your tour.
You were right about Colin. He is a good man with a good heart. You were very good to him. I am certain one day he will see it.
Colin has been keeping me informed of his adventures in Greece.
In fairness, I've stopped reading his letters. He rambles, does he not?
Well, he's certainly no Lady Whistledown.
No. Penelope was writing to Colin Bridgerton.
Colin.
My brother?
No, not Colin. Colin!
Glad to see things have not changed. Pen,
Oh, Colin!
we did not get a chance to speak this morning.
We did. I said Colin, but then again, there was nothing of note. I had wanted to hear more about your travels.
I thought you would have been bored of my travels by now. You read and replied to more of my letters than anyone else.
I suppose I did, though there was always so much more to say than one can put onto the page.
Well, that would explain the ink all over her fingers. I declare, Penelope.
Colin is my friend.
How have you been?
Well, I have been well, and you?
Well, I was never on my own, of course.
I see. You must tell me the name of the young lady you seem to have met while out of the country.
Oh, what can you mean? I have decided to pay your cousin a visit, in fact.
Marina.
Miss Thompson.
Perhaps seeing her was what you needed. To leave the past behind. To no longer feel the need to forswear women. Sworn off women, then?
Not for the time being.
I am a woman.
You are Pen. You do not count.
If you would simply open your eyes to what is in front of you,
You are my friend.
Of course. Your friend.
then you might see there are those in your life you already make happy.
And who would that be?
You have your family. You have Penelope.
Penelope?
You have many people who care for you. Seek them out, because your future will certainly not be found in the past with me.
We were all so hard on her, myself included. Perhaps if Lady Whistledown had not rushed to print her gossip, things may have turned out differently for her. For all of us.
I am certain you will find your purpose one day. Everyone must eventually.
Have you found yours?
Of course not.
But I suppose there is no use dwelling on the past. I am indeed thinking of the future. Lady Crane was right about you.
What did she say?
That you cared for me. That you would never forsake me. I'm beginning to believe that now. Our relationship has taken shape so naturally over the years, one could take it for granted. You have always been so constant and loyal, Pen.
I do not believe I deserve such praise for my loyalty.
You're all right.
I believe so.
Good. Because we are dancing. Does something trouble you?
Not at all.
If your cousin does not return the money and leave your family alone, I will have another thing to say.
You're astonishing, Colin. I cannot thank you enough for looking after us.
I will always look after you, Penelope. You are special to me.
As are you. To me.
Penelope Featherington.
The way you were dancing with her looked rather interesting. You're courting the girl, Bridgerton.
Ah, are you mad? I would never dream of courting Penelope Featherington. Not in your wildest fantasies, Fife.
You must tell us all about your adventures.
Yes. Pen, it is good to see you.
Is it?
Truly, it has felt like I've been absent years instead of months.
Much has certainly changed in that time.
Under what foreign sun did you apparently get so sturdy?
Am I mistaken, or was Eloise walking arm in arm with Cressida Cowper?
As you said, sometimes time moves rather quickly. I cannot live at home any longer. I must take a husband before that happens. Seems as though every Bridgerton was born to attract notice, in one way or another. I am different from my siblings as well. It can be difficult, can it not?
Pen, she did not look well, did she?
The Featherington girl. Why concern yourself with her?
Pen, why are you leaving so soon? Especially in such a charming dress.
Do not mock me, please.
Mock you? I assure you I'm quite serious. The colour rather suits you. Is something wrong? Pen, between us, I mean. I wrote to you this summer, as I always do, and, well, you did not respond. I miss you.
You miss me. You miss me, but you had never caught me, is that correct? I overheard you at my mamma's ball last season, telling everyone how you would never, ever court Penelope Featherington. Of course you never caught me. I am the laughingstock of the town even when I changed my entire wardrobe. It just never occurred to me that you, of all people, could be so cruel.
I'm sorry for intruding.
It's all right.
And I'm very sorry for my callous comment here last year. It pains me to see you upset.
Then perhaps you should not have come.
I'm not the man I was last season. And I'm most certainly not ashamed of you, Pen. The opposite is true, in fact. I seek you out at every social assembly because I know you will lift my spirits and make me see the world in ways I could not have imagined. You are clever and warm, and I am proud to call you my very good friend.
It's been vexing. But every year I pray I might finally feel that way amidst the marriage mart, and that comfort never materialises.
If a husband is what you seek, then let me help you.
Help me how?
And what I have learned is that charm can be taught.
How do we begin? Or perhaps there is a book I might read on charm.
You certainly want my help after what Lady Whistledown wrote?
Whatever she has said about him, she is wrong. She has never been more wrong about anyone. Let us pay her no heed.
Indeed.
Do you have any idea who she might be?
I do not, but trust me. Sooner or later, she will be caught. I will make sure it is her life that is ruined. I should like to see your skills as they are first.
But I have none. You want me to shake your hand?
It is perhaps unusual, but are we not friends? You know how to wave your fan, flutter your lashes. Often that is all it takes.
Are you quite sure you wish to resume my lessons? I would not be angry if you found me to be a lost cause. How delightful to see you all. Such splendid weather we are having.
The truth is, you do not need a lesson.
You agree I am unteachable.
You are very teachable. You simply do not need to be taught. You already know how to do this.
I assure you I do not. Friends.
I have been eagerly awaiting your visit.
As have I, but perhaps it would be better for me to meet you at the market instead of coming here first.
We are not going to the market this time. What is the one thing in the world that makes you feel most comfortable now? Most at ease? You mentioned you were comfortable at Bridgerton House, so we're going to practice here.
It's one of the few places I could go unchaperoned and truly be myself.
Forget what is wrong or right. Once you break free, the world opens up.
You make it sound so easy.
Imagine what you would want to say to me if I were a suitor, without concerning yourself with how I might receive it. She seeks to take a husband this season.
A husband.
Penelope. So unlike her.
Perhaps she has changed.
Your eyes. A most remarkable shade of blue. Yet somehow they shine even brighter when you are kind. I might say something like that if you were a suitor.
She's not seeking a husband in you, I hope.
No, I'm only helping her find one. Pen. Were you reading that?
No, I did not mean to.
Whatever you read was not meant for another's eye.
It would not look right.
No, it would not. And that is why we're not telling anyone. Damn!
Colin, your hand.
It is nothing.
It's not nothing. Stay there. How's your hand?
Much better. Thanks to you.
Let me. I'm sorry again for reading your writing, but you truly write so well.
Mr. Bridgerton, we were wondering why an eligible gentleman such as yourself would help a spinster find a husband.
Especially someone who is so beyond hope of success.
What are you doing here?
I had to see how you were. Did you tell anyone of my helping Penelope?
No, I did not mean...
Which means you did.
I confided in Cressida.
Because you thought you could trust her.
I had thought that when you bought those dresses, it was only for your amusement, not that you earnestly believed you might find a husband in your 3rd year out.
In truth, I brought this on myself. A sad, stupid girl who believes she might possibly have a chance of love.
You must not say such things.
Do you kiss me?
Penelope.
It would not have to mean anything, and I would never expect anything from you because of it, but I am nearly on the shelf and I have never been kissed and I am not certain I ever will be. I could die tomorrow.
You are not going to die tomorrow.
But I could, and it would kill me.
You would already be dead.
I do not wish to die without ever having been kissed.
I've not been able to sleep. Not been able to eat. I can barely speak these days. My entire thoughts consumed by
What?
by our kiss.
I feel the same. You occupy my every thought.
But I do hope you find what you are looking for this season. With Colin's help or otherwise.
It's good to see you.
Yes, it's good to see you as well.
We cannot continue our lessons.
I agree.
Good.
Just so I'm clear, what is your reasoning? Exactly, is it because of what happened between us?
No, no, but I assure you nothing of the kind will ever happen again.
Of course. You said they cannot continue.
They cannot. Whistledown has written about us. I have embarrassed myself and my family, and if we were to continue, I would embarrass yours as well.
Yes.
In fact, it may be best if we keep our distance for now.
Oh, of course. Penelope, I hope... Well, I wish very much for your happiness. How are you?
I'm well. Surprisingly well. Colin Lord Debling has shown an interest in me. Your lessons worked.
It is the mark of a good man to help a friend in need.
And I'm sure because of your kind-heartedness, she will find herself a husband in no time.
But I thought you believed the best foundation for great love was friendship.
Indeed, I do. It is how your father and I began. But it is rare to begin as friends and for both parties to then feel more.
And how did you and your father know it was reciprocated?
Because he gathered the courage to ask.
There is a question I have been needing to ask you.
Colin.
His father-in-law.
You have always been one of my most sensitive children. But living to please others, I imagine it can be wearying at times, painful, perhaps. So I do not blame you for putting on armor lately. But you must be careful that the armor does not rust and set so that you might never be able to take it off. I hear Penelope may be getting a proposal tonight.
Tonight? That's rather quick.
Likely because of your help.
Pen, you cannot marry him. You hardly know him.
I know him well enough.
I said I would help you find a husband, but I cannot stand by and watch you make a mistake.
The only mistake Was me ever asking for your help in the first place? We are friends, nothing more.
But would you like it to be more?
Penelope.
He rejected me because of you. Because the scene you caused led him to believe you had feelings for me.
What if I did have feelings for you?
What?
I have spent so long trying to feel less, trying to be the kind of man society expects me to be. But these past few weeks have been full of confounding feelings. Feelings like a total inability to stop thinking about you, about that kiss. Feelings like dreaming of you when I'm asleep, and in fact preferring sleep because that is where I might find you. A feeling that is like torture, but one which I cannot, will not, do not want to give up.
Your family will see me.
For God's sake, Penelope Featherington, are you going to marry me or not?
We are engaged!
Eloise,
Does he know that you are Whistledown?
he does not know, please. Eloise, please do not tell him. I just need a little time to find the right moment, but I will tell him. You have my word.
I have known her a very long time, and perhaps I have always felt something for her. My only foolishness this time was not realizing it sooner.
Colin cares for me.
Has he told you that he loves you?
Have you said these words to her? It did all happen rather swiftly.
Not in those exact words.
But tell her.
Using Lord knows what wiles to entrap him.
Excuse me.
Mr. Bridgerton is here.
You do not realise how much that meant to me.
But since we are all speaking so freely,
That was not meant for your ears.
I am still speaking.
What you said to my mother. No one has ever stood up for me like that.
I will always stand up for you. Your daughter did not entrap me. I proposed to her out of love, nothing less. I advise you not to sully our Bridgerton name by suggesting otherwise. Because I love you, Pen. You are the cleverest, bravest woman I've ever known. You make me feel seen in ways I've never felt seen before. And then there's the way your hair cascades down your shoulder, the way your eyes shine when you look at me like two blue pools. The firmness of your lips parted just so, the softness of your skin, and then there are other parts I've been dreaming about. Lie down. Yeah.
Do I look a mess?
Yes. But you are my mess.
My royal messengers are marching through the streets as we speak. We are going to have so much fun.
There's a message from the Queen. I hereby declare
that whoever brings legitimate evidence of Lady Whistledown's identity to the palace shall receive a £5,000 reward.
Finally, the woman will get the consequences she deserves. Oh, what did you wish to tell me?
Colin, there is something I must tell you.
What is it?
Nothing. It is not important now.
My bride-to-be?
This secret, this lie, with the Queen's reward, it is bound to come out. And when it does, Colin will know I kept it from him as well. If it proves too difficult for you to reveal the truth, I will be merciful and reveal it to him myself. You have until midnight.
I'm going to take a flat in Vienna, live my own life with the reward money from identifying Whistledown.
I look forward to our life together, to knowing each other fully, and to never taking a single day with you for granted.
I will find a way to obtain that reward.
Where did you run off to? I was looking for you.
I only needed a moment.
I know something is bothering you. I can feel it.
Colin, I need to tell you something.
Pen.
I am she.
I cannot breathe.
I've been worried.
I'm well enough, Colin.
Do you think it is really her? I always imagined Lady Whistledown might be more clever, perhaps.
Oh, Colin is beautiful.
And yet still only half as beautiful as you. There's all this ink. Have you been writing?
Oh, yes, letters.
Did you know she was Lady Whistledown? Tell me you did not know.
I am Lady Whistledown.
No. Not about Cressida.
I was going to tell him.
I suppose it would be nonsensical for you to have befriended her if you knew, considering everything she's written.
But you did not. And when the time came, neither did I. Why tell him? When the better thing is for you to put down your pen.
I cannot stop.
And why have you come forward now?
Lady Whistledown is my name, not hers.
Your name is about to be Bridgerton.
I should like to claim my reward, Your Majesty.
You cannot be both.
Unless you can print a convincing issue, I do not wish to see you in my court again.
You're lucky, Penelope. Do not take that for granted.
I publish the banns of marriage between Mr. Colin Bridgerton and Miss Penelope Featherington. Mr. Bridgerton and Miss Featherington shall be married here in 3 weeks' time.
I know there is something you have been meaning to tell me.
In fact, there's something I've been meaning to tell you for a very long time. That I have loved you since the moment we met. Even the years I pretended to be your friend, I was, but I loved you in secret. I have always loved you, Colin. I am letting Miss Cowper take credit for the column. The issue you read about my engagement will be my last.
Penelope, that column's your life's work.
I cannot continue writing.
I can't imagine ever giving that feeling up.
We must get that reward before the real Whistledown decides to publish again.
Cressida Cowper I detest, though, as Lady Whistledown, she is a rather clever writer.
Apologies.
I've been meaning to tell you. I've been editing my travel diary into a manuscript, with your encouragement.
Have you? With one issue, I can discredit Cressida. Whistledown is power. I have done plenty of damage with my pen. Let me use it now to do some good. Eloise, he knows. Probably followed me last night. Colin.
You are Lady Whistledown. You knew exactly what you were doing because it was you who printed tonight.
Not print tonight's edition.
Oh, but every other one.
I'm about to be married to the man I love, and I do not know that I am worthy of him. We're to be married this week if he will still have me, but I doubt he'll even speak to me.
All of the lies you have told me, all of the things you have written about me and my family.
Colin, please.
I knew something was wrong. How long have you known? I blamed myself, as if I was undeserving of your love, but you are the one that is at fault. Have you already forgiven her?
I want to. Do you think you can?
I will never forgive you.
Will you at least look at me?
Perhaps that was another part of your planned entrapment.
I did not mean to entrap you, Colin. I love you.
It is clear you do not, after what you have written about me this year. What were you thinking then?
I was thinking that I simply wanted the Colin I know back. Not this stoic man you returned as, acting as if you care for no one and need nothing. What will this marriage be?
That depends.
I should have told you myself. There are so many things I should have done myself, and now with the confidence you have helped me find this year, I'm finally able to.
Are you going to stop publishing?
I do not know.
So then you do not need Whistledown anymore?
I do not need to hide behind Whistledown anymore, but I am not saying there is not any value in it.
Let us get through this wedding, and then we will decide what this marriage will be. And you've been putting yourself in danger, living this double life all along.
I have been careful.
You have been foolish.
Colin, I can take care of myself.
Then what good am I to you?
Colin, I love you. I love you.
I, Colin Bridgerton,
I, Penelope Featherington,
take thee, Penelope Featherington,
Colin Bridgerton,
to be my wedded wife, to have and to hold.
I have spent so long clinging to walls like this. I do not wish to do that any longer.
Where do you propose we go?
Perhaps to the centre, and perhaps we could dance.
The sun is still out.
I realise that, but I should like to dance with my husband in the light of day.
I speak of Whistledown because she is one of you. Hold your tongue another night. I shall loosen it soon enough.
You and Penelope have been close for years.
Then you cannot let one mistake define your entire relationship. Marriage takes hard work.
That it is time for you to give up your Colin.
Do you know what it is like? To have nowhere in the world you can truly be yourself. You cannot possibly know because you are not a woman. You have the choice to be any kind of person you wish to be, while the only choice women have is to conceal the parts of ourselves the world will not accept.
Do you know what is most humiliating? I let you talk so much about my journal as if I were to be this great writer, when all this time you have been a published writer, renowned across Mayfair.
You sound as if you're jealous of her.
No, I'm not. Then how am I meant to help you?
By loving me. You've given me so much already. You've taught me to hold my own. You have shown me I'm capable of pleasure beyond imagination, but it is not what you do for me that makes me love you. It is your kindness, your empathy, how much you care. Just being you is enough. I am Whistledown. I will not change that.
You are going to pay me double the Queen's reward.
Cressida discovered my secret. She demands £10,000 to keep it.
Or I will tell everyone of your true identity.
If Miss Cowper spreads this gossip, it will besmirch our Bridgerton name, the entire family, and I will not stand for anyone blackmailing my wife.
You have until the Dankworth Finch ball to pay me. Or the following morning, I will tell everyone.
I'm afraid I have failed. And?
Perhaps I am not asking for enough from you.
She wants double now.
I do not need you to save me. I just need you to stand by me, to hold me, to kiss me.
I want very much to do those things.
Oh, what is it that restrains you?
As you live with this secret, there will always be something between us.
I know. Perhaps that is the key.
What are you saying?
I have received a letter from your wife.
We had better sit.
I received a letter earlier this week from Lady Whistledown. So I turn the floor over now to the scribe herself.
Then perhaps Lady Whistledown is not trying to beat you at your own game. Perhaps she is merely trying to stay in the game.
Her.
As a vulnerable player, a feeling perhaps you can relate to.
Hello, or should I say, dearest gentle readers, I never thought anyone would take my writing seriously. Why should they? No one has ever taken any part of me seriously. I do not wish for any harm to come to you or your family as a result of today. Regardless of the outcome, one always has worth.
The Queen herself has accepted you.
What is life without a little gossip?
Ever since I found out you are Whistledown, I have done everything I can to try to separate you from her. But the other day, I went back and read all of the letters you have sent me, and I realized you are her. I think in truth, I have been envious of you, of your success, of your bravery, and now I simply cannot believe that a woman with such bravery loves me. How lucky I am to stand by your side and soak up even a little bit of your light. If my only purpose in life is to love a woman as great as you, then I will be a very fulfilled man indeed.
I love you. You're a very good man, Mr. Bridgerton.
I love you, Mrs. Bridgerton.